Hi, welcome to this week's episode of SPTV, and I really wanted to pick up this week about how you're doing your marketing and the way that you go about it. And this all came from a couple of weeks ago when I had to be working from home one afternoon because we were waiting for somebody to come around to give us a quote on some work for the house. And actually we got a knock on the door shortly afterwards from somebody who was going to be doing some double glazing replacements for one of our neighbours, and he got it so right up to a point, but just kind of let himself down at the last hurdle. And basically what he was doing was just knocking on the door and said, look, we're dealing with so and so number whatever, a few doors up, we're going to be replacing all of their windows later in the week, just to let you know that there's going to be some vans around, and you know, I am who I am, and this is the company name. All the vans are signed written, so you'll know it's us. Apologise for any noise, any mess, the vans being on the road and such like. And if they're in your way, just come and let us know, and we'll be happy to move them and everything. And he did really, really well at that point, because actually it was quite nice that he'd come and introduced himself, and if we did need the vans moving for any reason, not that we would, because we were out at work all day anyway, that we knew who it was really, and they were kind of approachable people, and it was so right. But the next point, instead of leaving me a card or a postcard or a leaflet of kind of, you know, if you can't get in touch with us, if we're working around the back of the property, for example, just kind of give me a call on this number, and you know, we'd be happy to come out and move the van straight away for you. He just went into like a full-on sales pitch of, you know, how old are your windows? I know that they're about 15 years old because that's how old the house is. You know, that they are starting to get a little bit old, and you know, have you thought about replacing them? And it all suddenly became from this really nice introduction to his company to like full-on sales pitch. And it was just the way that he went about it really just kind of was like, put me on the defensive straight away. And it just got me thinking about, there's so many people in business that do things the right way, and then they just kind of get let down at the last hurdle. And that was what he did really, because actually my windows don't need replacing, but I might have taken his details and thought, you know what, actually in a couple of years I might give him a phone and say, you know, how much would it be to have the windows replaced? But from this I'm kind of like, no, it's not going to happen now. We had an extension a couple of years ago. I'm very happy with the people there that did the windows for that element for it, and you know, I would go back to them straight away. There's no doubt about it. So that everything matched. But with this company, they just got it so right in so many places, but got let down at the last hurdle. And if you've got a similar business, you know, something we've found works really well is to put some postcards through the door or handwritten letters, you know, doing the right things of saying, you know, if the vans are in the way for any reason, just come and let us know. And it's that kind of subtle marketing that isn't really marketing, it's just kind of a supplementary thing to keeping customers happy and neighbours happy as well, that will be for sure to generate more business for you than kind of knocking on someone's door and initially doing the right thing and then kind of messing it up at the end. So it was just kind of as usual, just to sow that seed of how you could get that to work in your business, but obviously making sure you don't go on for the full-on sales pitch like this gentleman did. So I hope that helps, and I'll see you in 7 days time from now.